So these restaurants do the opposite. They're like, we have an item that costs 10 cents. It's called 10 cents. And you can just like buy a few of those and like ring it on over to $11. and they'll just they'll say they do it different ways. It's always Asian restaurants. I noticed they're always scamming. It goes back to everything Harley said about not paying the tax, right? Between the Jews and the Asians when he'd go to a store that had Asian people.
Harley knows.
I'm going to start wearing a yarmulke. I want on board with what those guys have going on. It's a beautiful thing, and I want to be part of it.
You're just going to start wearing a yarmulke?
Can I do that?
That'd look good on you?
I know it would.
You can wear. I used to wear a yarmulke.
I'm so tall, and no one would notice.
I bet I could get
only
like
the tallest of Jews. Harley would know.
Yeah, I whenever I went to Temple, because I had a lot of Jewish. I was from Jersey, so I had Jewish friends because that's where the Jewish people are. And I don't know, like you do a sleepover or something, you just get sucked into going to Temple the next morning, or you go to bar mitzvahs or bat mitzvahs, and they wouldn't make you wear a yarmulke, but they'd offer it, and everyone else is wearing one, so I wanted to fit in.
Dude, $23, I can get a blues yarmulke.
I was about to ask you to spell yarmulke, but it's kind of unfair now because you have it in front of me.
Oh, I would have got it.
It's difficult for me. It's got an L in there, right? Isn't it like yarmulke?
Yep.
You can spell yarmulke?
Yarmulke.
The R I was unaware of.
Yeah. It's Yarmulke.
It's yarmulke?
Yarmulke.
Fuck off with your magical hats.
No, I'll sooner learn to draw the word in Hebrew.
Magic hats. That's you know what? Isn't it interesting? Religions are so different. I think every religion has magic hats, or at least, hats.
I think it's every culture. Every culture has a magical hat of some kind.
Absolutely. Look at the Pope's hat.
I think hats were very important in olden times. I think the poorest of us, we had nothing on our heads, and then that was a real show.
Christ had a hat in a way. The crown of thorns. A crown is a hat.
Well, that was more of a mockery of his.
Yeah,
but the king of the Jews kind of thing.
Let's not get in the weeds. Like he was wearing a hat. They still have them in the hat everywhere.
No, it's not a hat.
A crown is a hat.
A crown's not a hat.
If I rub shit on your head and say this is your crown of shit.
Okay, you know what? Okay, how about this? They have magic headwear.
Okay,
is that fair? Is that okay?
I don't think the crown of thorns was magic headwear.
I don't either. It didn't do anything. It didn't imbue him with any powers. It was just a hurt. It was stingy.
Based on the way Mel Gibson wore it, it kind of hurt his forehead.
All right. Well, okay. On this, you are okay. You're both right. Fine.
Zach says a crown is a hat.
Well, we're not talking about a real fucking crown, though, are we? Jesus, fuck. So clear that the crown of thorns is not a hat.
Okay, fine. But priests have hats sometimes. Not low level priests like the cardinals. The Pope obviously has a number of hats.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of spells he's using that day. Depends what he needs to buff. He's got to buff his destruction transfiguration. He's got his illusion master hat so he can cast spells. He can cast master level spells with his illusion hat. Being the Pope would rock.
Really?
It would be the best job in the world. You just get to say what God says, and hundreds of millions of people are like,
old Pope was cool.
Checks out.
But being the Pope, throughout the I don't know, last 500 years was awesome. Maybe last 1,000 years. You see those stories about those crazy popes who would sell their popehood for like a huge amount of money. They'd be like, hey, you want to be the Pope? Give me $2 million. And they would. And then he'd come back like 4 years later, kill the guy and become Pope again. Like there were a couple of crazy popes.
Oh yeah. They were insanely powerful back in the day, to the point that like the kings of France and England, when they were going to war, would have to be like, we have to go pay homage to the papacy, and we have to go do this and that, and we need to get approval for the conflict. Like, yeah,
they had
their own
a real army. Yeah.
They were enormously powerful.
I wish we'd get a new Pope who was like, we need to invest in the armed forces again. I think those guys with the silly hats and the spears, that's not cutting it anymore. We need like a Blackwater, Wagner group style, 10,000 man strong. yeah. Can you imagine how fabulously they dress?
They look.
I'm trying. What kind of army could they put together though? Because they're not going to be high tech. They at most have to be clever and tough.
They could be incredibly high tech as they want. Everything's for sale, right? You buy your.
How's
drones.
the Vatican going to have F-35s and the maintenance around
if they want them, they can buy them. Oh, they've got how much money does the Vatican have?
I don't know. Probably
I don't feel like they're that like as powerful as they used to be.
F-35s are so expensive. We can bankrupt them with military sales in no time.
I bet they could buy a whole slew of them, more than most countries in Europe. How much is the Vatican worth, Zach? How much money do they have?
I'm looking at it up.
Isn't it? Wouldn't it be like trillions or something? At 30 billion? In the what?
Really?
It says
30 billion.
So
That's
little.
like what is that? One F-35? How much is a F-35, Zach?
I thought they're like 150 million.
It said, yeah, that might even be high. It says 15 billion here. Well, that's Elon Musk could buy and sell the Pope.
I really thought they had more money.
It's less than
got
Twitter.
More money. What's their property worth? There's no way they're like
the Catholic Church. The Vatican's worth less than Twitter. That was 45 billion. This is worth 30.
That can't be accurate. Think about all the money that's being sucked in churches around the fucking planet.
412 billion for an F-35. Are you sure you don't mean million?
He means million.
Okay.
Vatican City is only 109 acres. It's the smallest country in the world.
Well, it's right there in wonderful Italy. You'll be able to. I'm sure it's worth. It's got to be worth more than 30 billion. Cool. I don't buy it.
It has very high ceilings. The Vatican.
You were there. That's awesome.
And there's like. They're like, I think Jesus's bones are underneath us right now. And I'm like, really? Like, I don't know. They have shit there. They have things that matter.
Well, they wouldn't want that to get out, would they?
That Jesus's bones are there?
Man, am I mixing it up? Was it Jesus's coffin? Something. They've got.
Well, he wasn't in a coffin, nor did he. and he also went to, he went back.
I need to go back and see what it is they said. I was only half paying attention.
Dude, I would love like Woody, like a vlog of you being like, so what's where's his coffin? And every Easter
Jesus Dracula's.
And every Easter he comes back and gives candy to what? Like just
how is he dead? I just got chocolates from him like 3 months ago.
It's really interesting because I know like your family's so religious. Like I bet they know the dogma by heart. Like
my parents
as well as that's what I mean.
But they got that religious after I grew up.
But don't they ever try to press it on you even a little?
Oh, every conversation, yeah. My father, not my mother.
You don't like. What's the word I'm looking for? Like go along with them just for to be nice at all?
It's not always the same. I don't lie to them and act like, I actually have been born again. Yeah, I know I haven't mentioned it on the show, but I'm all about it. I don't do that. But I do, my wife calls it the yes, dear,
Yeah.
You did. Yes, dear. Yes. Oh, yeah. You bring up some strong.
Yeah. Points. I'm not going to challenge you on your beliefs or anything. I'm not going to disrespect them, but
it's like, I'm trying to have a nice dinner with you. Let's not do this and that.
Yeah. That's the way to handle that. The people who are like, actually, and start like disproving somebody's religion. Like, bro, do you really think you're going to convert this person to an atheist tonight?
Yeah.
Do you think they could convert you to a Catholic? Hell no. All right, then. Shut the fuck up then and be polite. Pay your fees.
Yeah, watch the sports game we're here for. Let's talk about something like...
I don't think I'm ever going to talk about like not believing in God again. I heard somebody recently be like, actually, I'm an atheist. And I was like, you piece of shit. I was like, wait, me too. But like the way you said it made you seem like such a scumbag. Like, I don't know. Like, if that's the way it sounds to me, I'm sure it sounds like that to plenty of people. It's like, you don't believe? Well, shut the fuck up about it because we do. It's our thing. So I'm just going to leave them alone about it. Because even when that person said it, I was like, what are you, an asshole? Like, you got it figured out, huh? Like, but I'm sitting there like,
I totally know what you mean.
The one that I lean heavy on, like, this is where I really keep my mouth closed. If I know you're an atheist, and you've always been an atheist, I've known you for 8 years now, and you're always an atheist, but suddenly your loved one is hurt, and now you're not, no judgment. You do you, bro. Whatever you need. I don't care.
I throw him up all the time. He gets a all right, if you're there, listen up. I'm so sorry about episodes 275 through 520. I'll absolutely pray if things are getting rough, and anybody's listening up there, help.
I mean, it's like an insurance.
I'm going to prison.
It can't possibly hurt,
Yeah, I don't ever pray if I need help or anything. Like, maybe I'm the asshole atheist that we just talked about, but if you do, I'm still on your team. I don't care. Whatever, if that helps you through this, Good for me.
I'm praying just in case anything exists out there. Like maybe fucking Peter Pan's up there for reals, and he's like, "Really, Kyle? You need some help? Okay." And like comes down to do. You never know. God damn it! If
I'd rather it be Tinkerbell, but you do you.
Hey, is she gonna like fly in your pee hole? Like, what's she gonna do? She's tiny.
No.
Hell yeah! That's how I want to go out.
I want to. I feel like she could. Just saying.
She can fly up and down quickly as she grabs your cock.
She's like a hummingbird, you know,
like a living cock
mobility.